Totally on time, Attack on Titan dub reviews. Yay! Ugh. So yeah, as it's shocking to no one, I'm a little behind with doing these. I'm trying to get my 12 days of anime up and ready to go for December. And then it kind of fell by the wayside, but we'll get caught up here pretty quick. Also, the episodes 22 and 23 didn't have all that much content to talk about by themselves, so I just kind of waited until we could mash them together and just talk about them collectively. Especially since most of the changes to episode 22 are primarily visual. Script-wise, there's not a whole lot that changed. When Mikasa went to go strike the female Titan's neck, if you listen, you can hear the sound of her skin like hardening, but you don't actually see it. This is likely due to a budgetary reason, but now that they've got money and they can afford, now in the new version when they've gone back, if you go and watch that same scene, the skin actually does harden on her neck. There's more scenes of Levi attacking the field. Well, not more scenes, but they added him into the same scene a little bit more. Honestly, episode 22 is almost like word for word the exact same thing. It's just that there were two lines in the dub that I had an issue with. One of them was when the rookie is talking to Erwin and his guys, and one of the lieutenants says,
"That's the kind of respect you show the men who give their lives for you!" If you want to be MIA, I suggest you shut your mouth.
Like, did he just threaten to kill that guy? Also, later on, there was a line that one of the civilians had that you kind of overhear when they're have their heads hung down low and they're marching back into town.
I'd say by the looks on their faces, they hope to be gone longer. Our tax is hard at work, ladies and gentlemen. Bravo.
Okay, can we try that line again? Except this time, give a shit? Probably the only line out of episode 22 that have any kind of thing worth talking about. It's the very, very, very last bit of dialogue that Armin has as the narrator. In the original, it's very straight to the point and leaves you on kind of like a cliffhanger.
エルヴィンを含む責任者が王都に召集されると同時にエレンの引き渡しが決まった。
The ending in the English dub version has you reaching for a dictionary to find out what the hell he's talking about.
Within hours of their return, Erwin and the battle-weary survivors were called to the capital. The scouts' custody of Eren was summarily revoked.
Like, I don't understand what's so complicated about simply saying this versus having to... I get that Armin is like really book smart and things like that, but he's also like a fucking kid. They're all just kids. Why can't the kids just talk like their age and have the adults talk like their age? We'll give 22 to the subtitle, I guess. Whatever. Episode 23, I have more to talk about because... Actually, first, this isn't even a complaint, but I just want to make a quick little observation, okay? So in the English dub of Attack on Titan, we have Mifune as Reiner. Petra's dad in the last episode was voiced by Dr. Stein. Marlowe is voiced by Death the Kid. Boris, aka the guy whose name they say once, is voiced by Soul. And Hitch is voiced by Erica the Frog. Holy Soul Eater reunion, Batman. I know this is a Funimation studio production just like Soul Eater was, but damn, take 2 steps out of your office to cast your voice actors, jeez. That said, the actors that I all just listed do a good job with what they're given. At the beginning of the episode, they redid a scene, kind of like how they've been going back and touching up on the action scenes in previous episodes, but this time, in episode 23, they go back and they redo a scene of dialogue between 2 random civilians. Okay? I don't get it. Did you guys just have too much money from all the like merchandise and stuff that you just felt like this dialogue would be that much richer if it went back and looked better? Like, I don't get it.
Are those bastards illegally selling government property?
You see what I mean about people just not sounding natural in the English dub of this?
After all, Sean and I look nothing alike.
It's close enough. You both have that same angry scowl and the same boulder-sized chip on your shoulder.
First of all, the phrase chip on your shoulder is an expression that has nothing to do with a physical outward appearance. Did Armin get dumber just now? Secondly, was that a jab at the whole lifting the boulder thing Aaron did? So, episode 22, I give to the original subtitle. 23, surprisingly, I will give to the English dub, because the people that voiced all the new characters pretty much have to establish themselves very, very quickly in their mannerisms and how they speak and talk and interact with each other. They all already seem to know each other, and they sell that really well. Even if the things that they, you know, say to other people, like those two guards, wasn't quite natural. And that one line...
Hey, little lady, you working hard or hardly working?
Yeah, that really kills the mood. But they still sell the characters really well, and that's key in you know, an English dub, especially when you're introducing new characters. In a show like this, usually you dump like 1 or 2 at a time, but this they dump like 3 or 4, and to do that, you know, it's casting is important. And again, I rag about the Soul Eater thing, but the advantage of them having worked together before is that they have a rapport. They work really well with each other. So bringing that naturalism into, you know, with characters that are supposed to all know each other is really important. I think that works. We'll be back to talk about episode 24 and 25 probably at the same time, because we need to catch up. We'll save the time for the next 2 in our final conclusion, and then we'll wrap up how the dub compares in general to the original English subtitles. So I'll see you guys then.
競技の羽で視線はののしゆう囚われた口づくは反撃の講師だ衝撃のその彼方獲物を振る家が言葉知る衝動にその身を焼きながら黄昏に火を勝つフレンの夢や
Oh, I'm still recording.